What's going on, everybody? This is the Ground Up Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron, and this is
Keisha Rock.
and this is episode 31.
You guys know what to do. Sit back, listen, learn, and be inspired. Today, we're bringing you Kena and Reggie Odrick, husband and wife duo, owners of Hill and River Collection. Hill and River Collection is a fragrance and candle company bringing the smells of Virginia to everyone. Welcome, Kena and Reggie.
Hi, thank you.
Hey, guys. How y'all feeling today?
I feel great. I'm off today.
He's off today, so
Always a good day when you're not, having to do something you may not want to do.
Right.
If you're watching YouTube, I had to put the headphones back on. Aaron's trying to sabotage this episode, y'all.
No, my headphones are broke.
His headphones are broke, so he disconnected mine, but I need these. I'm in the zone. Hey, Kena and Reggie.
You're in it.
I'm in it.
Amazon Prime.
Hey, I know. I got to get some.
Exactly. All right. So tell us a little background. Tell us, where you guys are from, how y'all met. I know y'all are newlyweds.
Yeah, about to be 2 years in.
Yeah, March 30th.
Oh,
Okay,
it's right
okay.
around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Well, happy anniversary early already.
Thank you. Well, we kind of started all this during quarantine last year. Yeah, I had ordered a candle and it had a saying on it for our anniversary, and the saying was cute, but we couldn't smell a thing.
Oh, that's the worst.
Like, I just wasted my money.
Yes.
It's the worst. And I was like, we can make these, right? And then it was that simple. And it was like, are you serious? Because I'm serious. He's like, man, I'm serious about it. So that's just how it all started.
Yeah.
So what led y'all to entrepreneurship?
Like, was that before that? Had y'all talked about it?
I think that was the spark of it, but I think we had other ideas prior to that.
Right. And
then finally we had we had a tragedy amongst us where we lost a child. It was preterm miscarriage. So we lost a child at 5, almost 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
So I guess we took that pain and tried to
channel it.
Channel into this. So like I said, she tried something prior to that, maybe a year or two ago, as far as like bookkeeping or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then on the side, I still actually do it now, but I'm not fully committed to it. But I resell shoes, so
nice.
I'm a halfway hearted sneakerhead.
Okay.
So I sell a little bit on the side, but that's it. But this one, the candle idea, we were like, all right, let's take all these things, channel into this, and Hill and River.
Let's make it happen. So
That's
Hill
awesome.
and River. Wait, did you guys say, are y'all from Richmond?
So we're from Lynchburg. So Lynchburg is 2.5 hours west of Richmond. The nickname from Lynchburg is called the Hill City.
Gotcha.
There's 7 hills. It's actually a hilly city geographically, but the 7 hills are neighborhoods in Lynchburg, hence the nickname Hill City. So we tip Hill, and then River City is Richmond, combined it, Hill and River Collection. So
Right.
Nice.
Richmond is our current place of residence.
Yeah.
So
Are y'all loving Richmond?
Yeah, we've been here I was here maybe a year before him. I guess this is 10 years, coming up 11 years.
Oh, okay. So y'all been here for a while.
This is home. It's
Yeah, it's a second home. Yeah. Nice. So what's the process that inspires you guys for like your candle names? I love the themes that y'all go with, like sunset,
Right.
on the river, and just all the like Richmond themes.
It's kind of hard. I feel like that's like almost the hardest part of the process is coming up with it.
Reggie said, no, it's not.
I give him so many ideas and he's like, no. And I'm like, you just name the candle yourself then.
Oh my goodness. I would think that's the fun part. Y'all get to put
It's fun. Don't get me wrong.
on it.
It's fun. It's fun, but you want something catchy. You
Yeah.
want something that's going to last. You want something that everybody can kind of relate to as well. So it's a
Yeah.
lot of things that go in it.
Yeah.
All
Plus,
right. So you guys took, y'all got a candle that was like, this ain't that great, and was like, we can do this. We can make a business out of this. But what were your next steps? Like, how did you really get it up and going?
just the research,
Okay.
at that point. And when you really dive into it, you find out there's levels to this. There's levels as far as like the wax itself. So, everybody knows about soy wax, but then you have beeswax and coconut soy wax,
Yeah.
and then you have a soy blend.
So it's a lot of decisions to make.
A lot of decisions. And then the biggest thing for us was that, like I said, the candle that we had bought, you couldn't smell anything. And that's a pet peeve, because you go to, when you're walking through like TJ Maxx or Marshalls and you got the impulse aisle and you see these candles, you smell them like, dang, this smells good. You get home and it does nothing.
Yeah.
It does nothing. So I'm big on smell. So I wanted to like create something that really fills your house up with a scent.
And it does that, y'all. It really does, Aaron.
Yeah.
So I was burning it. God, it was the winter set. I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was burning one of the candles, and Aaron walked in the house.
It's like what?
He's like, "What is that?"
So I noticed it as soon as I walked in. So
yeah, you're definitely there. The fragrance is there for sure. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. And something that we like to do. Reggie's better at this because he's good with scents. We like mixing scents. A lot of people just use like one fragrance and let that be it. We like to mix different things that people wouldn't think about mixing.
Right.
We just like to give people, I guess, room to try things that they typically wouldn't try before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little bit harder because right now we're online. So if you don't come see us at the market, you're not going to know what it smells like. So we try to be descriptive.
Yes.
We try to give you an experience.
Right. I really love that y'all also use the wooden stems.
The wick.
The wick. Yes. Wooden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It really felt like the little. I like the sound of it. It's just it's a whole
sound,
vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
It is.
Yeah.
So
that was another thing we wanted to kind of differentiate ourselves from other candles, or the typical candles that are out here, is have a bomb smelling candle and then have that wooden wick touch. So
yeah, like it's awesome. I like I said, I like that crackling noise it makes. So it is cool. So I got it. So how is it running a business as a married couple with your spouse? Like, just like, what's the day in, day out? Like, what is it like? I mean, we know a little something, but I'm talking about like, I want to hear somebody else's point of view.
Yeah.
It's a little, I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, because we pitch ideas off of each other,
right?
Get to spend a lot of time together. But when that masculine and feminine energy sometimes doesn't add up, I'm just like, I want purple and pink, and I just want flowers everywhere. And he's just like, black, gray.
I mean, it's the same way with us. It's the same way with us.
Do y'all have any like boundaries when like to turn it off?
I don't think there's anything spoken of, but I think it's just common understanding.
Right.
Because she, for the most part, I do the creative parts, like the making of the candle and stuff like that. I think she's gathered the idea to kind of give me a little space when I'm in that zone. But then all the like marketing and Instagram ads and stuff like that, that's her.
Gotcha.
So, I'll if I chime in, I'll we run it past each other in those regards. But so
yeah, no, I love that you guys have you. It sounds like you guys know what your strengths are, and that balances each other out.
Yeah, and it took a while to figure that out. When we first started making candles in our kitchen. I mean, we make them in our kitchen now, and the kitchen isn't but so big. And he's just like, and I'm just like, can I help? I want to help. And he's just like, telling me get out of his face without saying get out of his face. So I just stay out the way. Yeah, but it took a minute to get that flow and that routine.
Right. What's one thing that surprised you guys about being business owners?
Any surprises? I don't know if it's really a whole lot of surprises, but it's just a lot of learning along the way.
Yeah.
That I think that's the biggest statement or the biggest response for that. It's just learning along the way. You prepare as much as you can for anything, and you think you've covered all scenarios, and then you haven't when
Right.
it pops up. But being that our business is still in its infancy, we're still learning. I mean, because now it's tax season, so we have like
Yeah.
no idea how to file this or that.
Mm-mm.
That's a different ball game.
Right.
Which we're just now we're like, all
You
right,
learn as you go.
yeah, we're hiring somebody. You
Oh,
take care of
good.
that. You take care of
Yeah.
that. Tell us what we owe. If we don't owe, cool. Let's
But I feel like that's something we should highlight. That's even learning though. Learning when to hire out, learning when to get help. That's
Yeah.
important as a business owner.
And that's one thing I kind of learned too. Like, you don't realize how much time you spend on your side hustle. It's like having a second job. And y'all know,
Absolutely.
and it's almost like, man, I might need to hire somebody for this because it'll take so much time. Like, even though we're just starting up, and I'm like, I need a social media manager because I can't handle,
Oh, you're doing so good though. I
it
love you on
sounds
social
dramatic,
media.
but it would take so much off your plate,
Yeah.
hiring
Yeah.
other people. So
yeah. If it's one surprise or somewhat of surprise, it's something that I knew, but it was emphasized a little bit more as we started, was just strictly marketing, because you can have the best product in the world, and if nobody knows about it, then you're not selling anything. So we're in the business of sales ultimately. So a lot of things we do, it has to be intentional and purposeful.
mhm.
And marketing is a key factor in it.
Yeah, that's actually leads me to my next question. What are you guys doing to grow your business?
Increasing marketing.
Marketing, marketing, marketing. But like, tell us, give us a strategy. Like,
Yeah, I think now we gotta overcome and maneuver through the obstacles of getting our product in people's to people's noses, face to face. So whenever there's a market available now, because we didn't do that in 2020, but now that some people are going to try to open up these open air markets and stuff like that, we got to get there.
right.
We got to continue to build our footprint within the city limits here. And we haven't even touched back home in Lynchburg really at all.
Really?
Yeah, so
Nope.
we have
So that's a whole nother market
That's a
right
whole nother
there.
yeah,
market.
yeah,
Market.
it's a whole exactly. So we have a huge map ahead of us,
Right.
that we have to cover. And right now the easiest way, of course, is social media. I mean, you can get that advertisement in front of somebody's face from here to Roanoke or
Yeah.
Northern Virginia or whatever, just like that. Versus these markets is a waiting game. You gotta wait till like 2 Saturdays from now to get to the next spot or
Right.
whatever the next
Right.
event
Yeah.
is. So um, that's a strategy. Continue to be innovative on our side as far as like the scents and fragrances. Um, because somebody brought it to our attention. I think a customer asked if we, speaking of Roanoke, somebody asked about, do we have anything that kind of was inspired from the city of Roanoke, and we were like, ooh, that's Southwest Virginia. I'm like,
Yeah.
We haven't even made it home yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that though. I love that y'all have so much room to grow.
right.
It's so
Yeah.
much room in so many places and,
Yep.
and areas and markets we can hit. We want
Absolutely.
to hit the wineries. Virginia's huge for wine.
Yes.
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 It's just, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
You have a lot. Yeah, you have a lot of directions that you can go to, but still stay close to what your niche is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you realize that the state of Virginia has a lot to offer, because granted, I've been to a lot of places throughout the state, but there's still a lot of places I haven't been to.
Mhm.
Like honestly, I haven't been to the whole Shenandoah Valley area, like in the mountains and whatnot.
Right.
Oh
I know
wow.
that's a big, I guess I didn't call it tourist destination, but a spot that a lot of Virginians go to
Yeah.
take pictures there and just visit the scenery there. And even a lot of, Virginia has a lot of coastline. So I like to fish, but I haven't explored a lot of the coastline here, and even the eastern shores. So
Yeah, the
like,
Right.
Eastern Shore. Yeah.
yeah, the eastern shore. So that's an area that I want to visit, explore, fish, get
So
some
I love
get
that
some
you can kind
inspiration.
of bridge together this business and your life,
Right.
like what
Right.
you want to explore, what you want to do.
Yeah,
It's
Mhm.
That's a beautiful thing to be able to like have um, something that is going to give you guys experiences, but you're also monetizing.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and it really came organically. It just built
yeah.
upon itself, and then like when we kind of pick these candle names, we imagine what you know we have one called Sandbridge Beach House, and it's kind of like, okay, when we go to Sandbridge, what do you think, what do you feel, and
Hmm.
just kind of incorporate everything all into one.
Yeah,
So
I'm smiling because I love Sandbridge.
Okay.
you will love the candle then, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk generational wealth. I noticed that that's something you guys mentioned on why you started. Ownership and generational wealth has such a, I mean, goes hand in hand, right?
Right.
So when you started this business and then also as a unit, is that something that you guys are working towards? Is that something that you guys discuss or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the start. I mean, you could call us, you know, late bloomers in the game, but I guess looking back in my early 20s, I mean, if that tells you any indication of how old I am now, but I'm early 30s. Let's go with that. Um,
We
a
all
lot
in
of
the same boat, man.
yeah, okay.
Oh, okay,
We all in the same boat.
Yeah.
we getting up there a little bit, so
Yeah, I wish somebody like physically punched me in the stomach and was like, "Hey, don't trick off that $25 for the club. Throw it in some stocks." you know?
Yo, I feel the same exact way. I was
Yeah.
just telling her that today. Like,
Yeah,
man, when I
If
was
if the things that we are thinking about, the things we're implementing now, we would have been doing in our 20s. We've been together 8 years now. Like if we would have started this at the start of the last decade, oh my
oh my
goodness, you know?
god.
yeah,
yeah. Think about how much money you've wasted on stuff that you shouldn't even spend your
yep,
money.
Exactly.
Exactly. But
Yeah,
I also think that's all a part of the journey, right? Like it
it
takes
is.
yeah,
living your life and experiencing to know how you can step it up, how you can level up and do better.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
So yeah, the business is the start of it. Like I said, that's a learning game, but it's also, I think, I've said it from the start. I was telling her, this business will be maybe the door opening, the opening of something else greater. I mean, Hill and River Collection is going to be the focus, but now that we've overcome the fear of starting a business, which that's a huge mental block, just starting something,
Mhm.
for anything, but just starting a business. Now it's like, okay, we're in this, keep this going, but we can also find room and mental space to start something else too.
And that's how doors open. You got to take action, you got to start. And then I mean, it's beautiful how the way things can just, the most unexpected blessings happen when you just start taking action and believing in yourself and letting that fear go.
Absolutely.
You're right about that. Because
Absolutely.
I don't think I'd, and we haven't even touched the surface. And I
Yeah. And
didn't.
look how great how so let's talk about the little successes. Have y'all had that aha moment where you're like, oh my God, we're really doing this, like we're making it happen?
Yeah, yeah, because the initial launch, I mean, we had so much local support. Um, and then I think the growth as far as stats, went from, I'd say it was 98% of all the
Oh
sales
wow. That's
were people
awesome.
we knew. And then, fast forward to today, it's right now that threshold is around 60-40, almost 50-50. So half of the sales that are coming in are complete strangers, which is a good thing.
That
Yeah.
is such a good feeling.
That means that whatever we're doing, word of mouth, the outreach is getting the people in there, they invested their money, in our
Yeah.
products and
Yeah.
and getting, exactly what they're paid for. So
Yeah. And I love that metric you mentioned though, just, because in the beginning you start out, and if you're lucky, not everybody, but your family and your
Family,
friends are all
friends.
in
Yep.
your corner. They're rooting for you, they're supporting you. And then
Yeah.
when you start to see people you don't even know doing it, it's like, whoa, I'm doing something. I'm making some waves, I'm making an impact that people that don't even know me want to support me.
It's amazing. It's like every time, I mean, we really do a happy dance every time.
Yeah, we
And
do too.
when we get the sale, the first question is, do you know this person? And then I'm like, I don't
Where
know.
you
Do you
know
know
them
who
from?
it is right now? I'm like, yes.
I love that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys most grateful for since starting Hill and River?
To be in the green, I guess per se, as far as
Yeah.
finances, as far as the business is. So
That's huge.
yeah, so we're not trying to play catch up and anything like that. It's
Right.
just trying to expand the gap from zero to whatever positive numbers above that. So
Yeah.
for as far as revenue,
Right.
yeah. So
That's a goal right there. Like
yeah,
paying off the debt to see profit. That's a goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. So I guess that was a indication of maturity on both our ends, because like I said, we were in quarantine all of last year. Everybody was, but
Right.
instead of, like I said, instead of tricking off that 1,600 in the STEMI money, we kind of put it into something to
You
grow.
invested it.
Yeah, and we invested it.
We
So
did.
Absolutely. I love it. What advice would you guys give to those considering entrepreneurship?
Just do it.
yeah,
I
do it.
mean,
Don't.
you really will talk yourself
Yeah,
out of it if you let yourself. Like, just do it.
yeah.
Right.
You gotta. For me, it felt like my feet were in. I was stuck in quicksand. So like mentally, I just couldn't get over the hurdle. Like, and then combined, like she was taking advice from somebody else that was like, well, maybe you should wait until you know we started in September. She was like, maybe you should wait until October, November. I was like, no, we got to do it now. Like, because if we keep procrastinating
It
and
won't
putting our
happen.
start date back, it
Yeah.
just won't happen.
Right.
You'll lose that motivation. You'll lose that mental momentum. That's a word.
I like that word.
Yeah, because like mentally, yeah, you got a lot of momentum going to some things, and then small things could just derail that, and
Right.
you just lose focus, and it's lost. And
Right.
now you look next year, you're reflecting on something last year, like, man, I should have did that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And
yeah,
it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it, and
Yeah.
you'll figure it out along the way, just like we're doing.
yeah. Do your research first. I mean,
Yeah, don't just
yeah,
don't
Let's
just
just
go.
go at it.
Like,
Yeah.
Be smart about it.
Be smart about it, but do it. If you got all your ways to stay positive, like financially and mentally, stay in the positive, execute that. Yeah, you'll have your hurdles though, but just do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So where do y'all see the company in the next few years?
We see ourselves doing this full time and making
Nice.
it full time.
Yeah.
We're speaking that into existence.
Do
Right.
it. Yes.
Yeah, I think we can get to a size where she wants a brick and mortar spot. I kind of want a studio, but maybe it could be somewhere in the middle. I mean, definitely, where we could definitely shut out the shop, but that's going to be our workspace.
Right.
Nice. Yeah.
But I could definitely see our product in some of the big box stores, more so like a Target, Bed Bath and Beyond, just based on our price point. I guess
Right.
we don't want to lower ourselves too low, but just the opportunity to have our candles in a big box store.
Yeah. I love the aesthetic that y'all put into the branding of the candle. I could definitely see it in like Target.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, that was we didn't want to, I guess as far as being African American and seeing all the business out there, one thing that I know like African American business like to do is put a face on it or some type of illustration logo. And I was like, that's a tricky subject in itself, because it's like, do you want to appease to the Black audience only, where somebody can look at your product and be like, that's a Black product, like Black people made that product.
Look, money spends. Everybody money spends, right?
Right, yeah. And do we want to do we want to spread out to everybody? If you find out there's Black owned, like, be impressed.
That's right. That's a plus. That's an added benefit, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, we just wanted. I personally want the clean look. Where she wanted.
Y'all know I wanted flowers.
Yeah, she wanted
I wanted all.
No, I'm telling you, no flowers. The aesthetic is on point. And I know what you mean about, the faces behind the brand are beautiful faces. Y'all are not hiding your story, but you want a clean aesthetic where you can pick up this product and love it because of the product and not because of the face.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
But we do love y'all faces.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, guys, you ready for the game?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it. We're going to play Would You Rather This or That. All right. This or that. Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather have the other one surprise you with Would you rather have each other surprise you with a birthday party or a surprise vacation?
Surprise vacation. We love to
with you. All right. This or that. When you're sleeping, ceiling fan on or ceiling fan off?
On.
Off.
We might get on too. So
definitely on.
Oh, you want me to have a sinus range in the morning, so keep that thing off.
Would you rather have lunch with Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart?
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I would go
we
Dave
said the
Chappelle.
Same thing. Yes. All right, guys. Tell the listeners how they can reach you.
Okay. Hill and River Collection on everything. Instagram, our website.
HillRiverCollection.com.
Yeah.
Everything will be in the show notes too.
Yeah. Okay.
I got you.
Okay, I was like,
like we don't know.
Yeah. No, Hill and River Collection, Instagram, HillandRiverCollection.com is the website. You can find us on Twitter. You won't see any posts there, but we do have a Twitter handle. And that is actually Hill and River RVA.
Nice. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing your story. Definitely inspiring. I love that y'all are doing it as a team, and keep going. Keep going.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.